Welcome to this video. What we're going to do now is talk about DCA. This is going to be dollar cost averaging. And this is going to be beneficial because especially when you don't have a large sum up front, I want to show you how you can dedicate a little bit of money every month or every year and basically buy at the lows. This is going to be how to buy the dips. So DCA, dollar cost averaging, that's basically what we're talking about. So dollar cost averaging is, for example, you buy some Bitcoin at 100,000 and you also buy it at 50,000. Now your average level of buying crypto is at about $75,000. Okay, so that's what I want to show you right here with an example. So let's say that we're given $20,000 and we're going to do a quick comparison. So the first person, let's say this is Mark. So we'll put Mark here and we'll put J for Joe. Okay, so Mark, he's got $20,000 and let's say the price of Bitcoin is $100,000. So Mark throws $20,000 on Bitcoin and the price of one Bitcoin is $100,000. So he has 0.2 Bitcoin. Okay, so he took $20,000 and he's got 0.2 Bitcoin. So let's say in May, the price of Bitcoin drops. So you have January, February, March, April, May. So several months later, he still has his 0.20 Bitcoin. So he didn't convert that to stable coins. So now he's got 0.2 Bitcoin, which equals $10,000 now, because 20% of one Bitcoin is now $50,000. So he's only got $10,000. So he's down 50%. Okay. So not the best investment in this case. So basically he's still left with 20% of a Bitcoin, but the value of Bitcoin went down. So in this situation, what I would do is just hold on to the Bitcoin, wait for it to go up to $100,000 because you have to understand the long-term game. So later on, maybe he can break even or the price would go up. So let's do an example of DCA. So this is what I do. So instead of spending the $20,000 right away, let's talk about how you can DCA dollar cost average. So now let's see Joe's perspective. Joe is going to use dollar cost averaging. So Joe is going to buy 10K worth of Bitcoin. So this is going to be at $100,000 Bitcoin. Joe is going to have 0.10 Bitcoin. So he's going to spend half of his money and he's going to get half the amount of Bitcoin. So again, he's got 0.10 BTC. So in May, when that rolls around and Bitcoin has dropped in value, this is when you want to DCA. You don't want to buy at the highs, you want to buy at the lows, okay? So now he takes the other 10,000, instead of buying it all up front, he's waiting till May for the Bitcoin price to go down. Now he's buying 0.20 Bitcoin for $10,000 instead of 20. So now Joe ends up with 0.30 Bitcoin. So now his average Bitcoin price is $75,000. So he bought 10,000 at 100 and 10,000 at 50,000. So the average price of him buying Bitcoin is 75. So I'll give you an example. I've been buying Bitcoin at 20,000 and then I bought quite a bit at 50,000 and then I also bought a lot at 30. So I'm not just buying at the highs, I'm also buying the dips, right? So right now at this point in time, Bitcoin is actually down 20% in the past week. So now's a great time to buy if you're going to believe in it long term. So let's do an example. Let's say that we're going into September. So we'll do an S. Let's say September, Bitcoin hits $1 million. Just an example, okay? So now you're going to have 30% of that $1 million worth of Bitcoin versus 20%. And you both started out with the same amount of money. It's all about DCA, dollar cost averaging. I hope that makes sense to you. So this is going to be a good example of how you can maximize and leverage the funds that you have. For example, as well, if you just want to buy Bitcoin every month, maybe don't buy it on the months where Bitcoin is in the green. Maybe you try to buy it in the red. So when it does go up in value, you have more Bitcoin to play with or other currencies that you buy. So that's all I have for you. We'll see you in the next video.